In order for us to compete at the highest level, we really have to have an excellent athletic performance program. What are some of the things that we can control to help our student athletes, give them the resources so they can be the very best at their highest level?
One of the things we've looked for in building our program, our athletic performance team, it was putting the right people in that wanted to be collaborative, that were very passionate about their job.
We do what we do based around cura personalis, which is care of the entire individual. We are just one pillar in athletic performance, which is comprised of sports medicine, strength and conditioning, nutrition, and mental performance. We are performance-oriented individuals that are truly trying to take everything that we can and input it into these student athletes for them to not only be successful on the field, but in their entire life.
Athletic performance is huge. In the weight room, nutrition, sleep, all that kind of stuff. Like, we need our kids to be performing at the highest level, or we're competing in one of the top conferences in the country. And so we need our kids to be the most elite athletes. We're utilizing our practice time efficiently, and we're in the gym doing the volleyball stuff, but where we can kind of bridge that gap is what we're doing outside of the gym.
Once you're bought in and you realize how helpful those people are and you use those tools, then you become unstoppable.
One of the great things about the new Performance Center, the Bridge, was designing a space that created a flow.
So teams can interact, our athletic trainers with our strength and conditioning coaches.
Now we have this expansive room where you feel like you're not infringing in anybody's way, where you can interact with other athletes on other teams, you know, like share stories, talk about soreness. Like, it's more of a community than it was before. And the regen room being open with a weight room, you know, you have a chance to like run and get stuff a lot quicker now.
The athletic trainer is truly the hub of information for the team. They're expected to be able to receive information and push it out. And that's going to include everybody that's involved, the strength coaches, nutrition, mental performance, the sport coaches, our chiropractors, our MDs, all of the flowing pieces. The athletic trainer needs to be the hub and the center, the glue of that, to be able to give the right information in order to make sure that our student athletes are taken care of.
Nicole has trained championship teams, and so she knows exactly what we need to do, where we need to be with our bodies in order to be successful.
She understands me like mentally, physically. She always knows what's going on with my body, and she knows like my telltale signs of like, oh, you know, her shoulder's hurting, her shin splints are back, like that stuff. And like, if practice is at 7:30 a.m., I'm in the training room at 6 a.m. and I'm doing, you know, shin splints recovery, rolling out my calves, doing my shoulder exercises, getting in the hot tub to warm up my muscles before I go, getting taped, doing all our glute rehab and shoulder rehab we do as a team, and then going upstairs.
And then the recovery stuff that you do in a weight room, you know, the foam rolling stuff and the stretching and the mobility and all that kind of stuff. Those little things and utilizing all of those resources is what's going to help us play at our highest level. The number one thing of why the weight room's huge for our athletes is to make sure we stay healthy. And the number two is to increase performance. Volleyball is a high injury risk because we're creating these imbalances in our body. And so getting in the weight room is going to be huge for that, because we have this cross training of stabilizing our body and making sure that it's equal, so that we're not having these compensations. We're trying to get our girls to be the most elite athletes that we can. We have to be utilizing the weight room in order to do that.
Over the years, that's where I've seen results, is that all the hard work that I've done in the weight room, it like transfers over to the court. And we've been doing a lot of plyo lately, and it has really like solidified like my confidence in the way I play.
Volleyball is a very mental sport in general. You have to be so focused on the right things at the right time, and it's so chaotic. Every play, the variables change. And then not only that, but staying motivated. So that's the moment where the mental strength comes in, and that's where we really utilize go-go, and it's really amazing to have a mental coach on staff to help our girls through those moments.
she's probably been the most effective more on a one-on-one basis. And she's got this little office now right in the training room, which is perfect, because then she can connect with them, you know, as they're passing through.
Being a psychology major and just dealing with Gogo over the years, she's always been in my corner. And she's an amazing resource. I mean, the experience she has as an athlete, and then the way she coaches us psychologically is such an advantage for all student athletes.
We're putting these girls through so much and exerting so much energy that they have to be fueling their body. And that's what they have to understand, that the food that they eat is the fuel for what we're trying to put them through. And having someone on staff to like help the girls understand that is huge.
One of my big teachings when you eat is how much color is on your plate. Do you have color on your plate, or is your plate beige? If we have a team meal, there is always a protein. There is mostly 2 types of vegetables. There's always going to be some type of starch. A fruit bowl, hydration is also a big, big thing.
The tools that we've gotten from Alyssa is something that I can take with me for the rest of my life. You need carbs, you need protein. Your body needs fuel, it needs stuff to burn. You're working at a very high level, a lot higher than you were in high school, and you have to understand how much better you will perform when you are intaking the right things in your diet.
Compared to my freshman year and seeing the evolution of what we've built, like just the athletic department alone is amazing.
It's building a sense of pride with the athletes that maybe hasn't been there in a number of years, that we're starting to see now with our athletes, that they feel like, hey, we can compete with these bigger schools.
We give them the resources to grow, we give them the staffing to grow, and just watching them make those steps up. And if we're doing those things on a daily basis the right way, we're gonna have the success. We're gonna get the positive results.